I can't understand why everything with most people has to be about money, money, money. You know? If I am not costing, if my mother has plenty to live on every month, okay? Plenty. And a nest egg in the bank, a substantial nest egg in the bank, and plenty to live on every month. If I am not costing my mother one goddamn penny, why does and I'm disabled to boot, why does my mother have to make money off of me? Why do people have to see it, oh, well, you shouldn't be living there for free. You should be paying rent. I don't understand the mentality of people. Okay? This is my fucking mother. I'm her disabled daughter, and I help her. I provide companionship. I do things for her that she would never do for herself, like cooking, really, really healthy meals that take a long time to prepare. I watch out for her. I help, you know what I mean? I don't do enough to warrant being paid a salary, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about me just not paying rent to live here. We're talking about me not costing her a penny, but her also not making money off of me, okay? And only people who think like, who think that, oh, well, you shouldn't be living there and not paying rent. Why? Why? If I'm helping her, if she's the age that she is, if she enjoys my companionship, I'm sure there are probably people, I know that there are people who hire friends. They have this thing out where people pay just to have a friend. I can guarantee you there are probably people, I've seen things on Craigslist where, a person wants like companionship or something, and you can pay like very little rent. I don't know, but there's things where they've, I can't understand the mentality why people will automatically think, oh, you're taking advantage of your mother if you're not paying her rent. It's So obviously, if you're thinking that way and you know who you are, then you're just negating. You're just thinking, oh, my mom really doesn't need me here, and I'm the one benefiting from being here, and way more than she is, and that really pisses me off. Because you're not living here, and plus, but the fact you know things that I don't even say out here, and you still say that to me. Just all about money, isn't it? It's all about money. It's abhorrent to anybody that I should be here and not pay rent, even though if I'm not costing my mother a penny, But meanwhile, she has plenty to live on every month, and I'm not costing her a penny. But it's just the principle of thing I should be paying rent. Why? Why? I can guarantee you there are people on this planet, I'm sure there are, that have somebody live with them simply for companionship. There are people that are able-bodied, whatever, and they'll let somebody live for free with them just for the companionship alone. I can guarantee you. Because any scenario you can think about in life, it's happening somewhere. Okay? I don't like that at all. That's only true if I'm not paying rent. If I'm not paying rent, then yes, what you wrote is true. You're benefiting more from being there than your mother's benefiting from having you there. If I'm not paying rent, but if I was paying rent, it would be the other way around. My mother would be benefiting more. She'd be getting rent from me, and she would be, having all the help that I give to her and the companionship I provide for her, etc., etc., etc. Okay? So I'm principle alone because I know everything that I do for my mother, and I know that she doesn't want to make money off of me. Okay? She has plenty to live on. Okay? She doesn't want to make money off of me. So no. If other people think that she should be making money off of me, if they're going to negate me and act like I'm just taking advantage of her if I don't pay rent, then fuck it, I will fucking leave. Okay? See how well she does when I'm gone. Let's see how well she does when I'm gone. You who think that I should be paying her rent just because that's how you feel. Because you apparently think that she benefits way, that I benefit way more from being here than she benefits from having me here. that's how you feel, then I'll fucking leave and let's see how well she does when I'm gone. I don't like people having that attitude. I don't think it's right. Not under the circumstances. Not when all the little things I do for her add up to warrant me not having to pay rent. Okay? As in her not making money off of me when she doesn't want to make money off of me. When she doesn't need to make money off of me. She's not like that. Okay? Okay? Her sister said you should have someone move in, because then, have someone move in and they'll be paying, it's like, have someone move in and they'll be paying around what you pay a month total, which means you'd be living here for free and they'd be paying, You have every right to do that. Go ahead. You think my mom wants to do that? She doesn't. She told me even if I move out, she doesn't want to have someone move in. Doesn't want a stranger here, period. Okay? She doesn't want to make money off of me. The companionship alone, But no, I don't think that was very nice of you to say, well, really, you benefit way more from being there than your mother benefits from having you there. I think that's a lousy thing to say to me, period. But it's this world's mentality, It's just you don't like it. It shouldn't be that way. That's how the world feels. I shouldn't be living here unless I'm paying rent. I'm sorry, I disagree. I think there are caretakers out there, as you very well know, who make a shitload of money, okay? You could say X, Y, and Z, but you can't accept that I can be here and not pay my mother rent. I mean, have her. All we're saying is she doesn't make money off of her disabled daughter. I don't understand anyone who thinks that's that's horrible. That I be not paying rent. That my close to 70-year-old mother not make money off of her disabled daughter. And it would never be the courts who decide that. A conservator is just that. They take care of the finances. They cannot order my mother to throw me out. I got that from Auntie anyway. Only a guardian can do that. A conservator cannot. So if I was told I had to pay rent or not, it would simply be my mom being, bullied into that, or, the same thing, like she shouldn't be living there rent-free or whatnot, by people who don't live here and don't know how much my mother values having me here and what kind of service I provide for her. Okay? She can't put a price on that. I provide companionship. I watch out for her. I tell her, did you drink enough water today when she's not drinking enough water? Elderly you're not supposed to wait till you have a sense of thirst. You're supposed to drink water constantly. I keep an eye on her, and and it's all little things, It doesn't mean she can't live on her own, but I definitely provide enough of a service, and I'm of value enough being here that she shouldn't have to make money off of me when she doesn't want to make money off of me. Okay? And what you said is only true. It's not true if I was paying rent, If I was paying rent, then it would be further from the truth that I benefit way more being here than she benefits having me here. I think that's a lousy thing to say. It is true when I'm not paying rent, of course, because that's a big thing to not be paying rent. But if I was paying rent, you know, you think I'm going to pay $400 here? I'd rather pay $600 somewhere else and be free, you know, and not have any kind of responsibility to look out for my mom and make sure everything's kosher with her and whatnot, you know, and only be answering to me and only be making meals for me, you know. I make healthy meals. It takes a lot of effort and work, and if it's two people instead of it's only just one person eating, it lasts a hell of a lot longer, huh? It's all kinds of shit I do for my mom that you can't put a price on, okay? When you say stuff like that, just that one sentence, you know, but it says so much. Well, if we want to be really honest here, you are benefiting way more living there than your mother's benefit from having you here. I think that's a lousy thing for you to say, since you don't really know, you know. You're not here, you're not talking to my mom, and, you know, I think it's a lousy thing to say to me. And it just reflects upon what I've had to deal with you know who, you know, and her attitude, and it's all the money with her. That's why she said to my mom, you know, she's already figuring I'm going to move out and wanted to have someone move in and they can pay you like $500 a month, you know. It's all about money in this world. That's it. It's all about money. Basically what you said to me, read that comment. Reread it. Anyone else can read it. Oh, I'm not saying you don't help your mom, but, you know, you really don't help her that much and you really should be paying rent. You know? Why? So my nearly 70-year-old mother, who doesn't even remotely need the money, that's all going to go to me anyway when she passes on, can make money off of me? And you said it anyway. In the end, you added in, especially if the court says it has to be. But you feel that way regardless. That's what gets me. You're of the mindset, just like, you know, just like Auntie, I should be paying rent or else not, you know, because I'm living here, I should be paying rent. Because I don't do enough for my mother to warrant, you know, getting to live here for free. That's what you're saying. So fine. I'll move out and let's see how well she does. On her own, completely on her own. Apart from how lonely she's going to be. Let's see how well she does. You who just negate what I do for my mom and just think I'm taking advantage for living here rent-free. Because that's basically what you're saying. Because you think I'm stupid to put my foot down, and if you know, that's basically what you're saying. Why wouldn't you pay rent to live there? Because it's the principle of the thing. I'd rather move out and be on my own and at least not have to feel like this is bullshit. My mother shouldn't have to make money off of her disabled daughter. That's why. Period. Not when she doesn't want to. And if she wanted to, you know, I would say it's two different mentalities. People have the mentality, but you know, you shouldn't get to live there rent-free. You should have to pay rent. You know. Fine, I'll move out and let's see how well she does on her own. Let's put it to the test. I'm serious. Let's put it to the fucking test. You who just think you negate everything I do for my mom. You think that she'd be perfectly fine and that I'm benefiting way more being here and whatnot. I get the impression you feel that way even if I was paying rent. Even if I'm paying rent, you still think I'm benefiting way more from being here than she's benefiting from having me here. Basically, you're just negating me. I can guarantee you that's how any of her friends would feel too. They don't live here, they don't know. So to them, if I'm not paying rent, I'm taking advantage of my mother. You know? So fuck it, I'll move out and let's see how well she does. Let's see how well she does when I move out. I would rather do that than endlessly be devalued by anybody, including any of my online friends or whatnot, you know. I'm not remotely pretending that I do so much for my mother that I deserve to have a salary or I deserve to have her paying me in food or whatnot. But yes, I feel that I do enough to warrant living here rent-free. Not for free, rent-free. Okay? And if you disagree, then whatever. It just means you're just being like, you know who, and devaluing all I do for my mom. Oh, whatever. I'm used to it. I won't do it anyway. I'd rather pay a stranger $600 than pay my mother a fucking penny. Because I don't feel that my nearly 70-year-old mother who has plenty to live off of and has a substantial nest egg in the bank should make money off of her disabled daughter. Okay? That's the bottom line. You're free to disagree. It's just a reflection of how the society is. It's all about money, you know. It's just abhorrent. It's just wrong. I should be paying rent. My mother should be making money off of me. If she has to pay rent, then I should pay rent, you know. Whatever. Point's moot anyway because I'm not going to do it. I'll leave. I'll leave rather than stay here and be devalued. Because if I was valued, then it would be acknowledged and recognized just like people have caretakers or whatnot, you know. I gave you an example of Donald and Donald's cousin. You think he doesn't do everything for his mother, you know, but he does help her out and whatnot, but she does most things herself, and I mean that's a different situation. And also again, he doesn't work, he doesn't get a penny, so it's nothing. They completely take care of him, and he's going to be screwed as hell when one or both of them die. Yeah. But I know in a whole bunch of little ways I do enough that my mom shouldn't have to or shouldn't be making money off of me. See? We're talking about I'm not costing her one fucking penny, okay? And narrowly, if I wind up staying, if whatever, my mom owes me like $500, so you can consider these months that my internet and whatever extra electricity I cost, say $70 a month, okay, that doesn't even come to that $500, you know? Because it hasn't added up to enough months yet, you know? But you blew it all out of proportion, saying, oh, I'd rather go back in the shelter, whatnot. Of course, I think you thought I really only, maybe, no, I have enough money, I have enough. I just don't, I mean, I don't have thousands in the bank, but I have enough. I've had enough all along. I've made sure no matter what, I've always had enough for first, last, and security. That means I can always leave. No, if I'm giving a hard time, and that again, it won't be my mom's idea. If I'm giving her a hard time, I'll leave. I won't leave instantly. I'll leave like as if I was living in an apartment or something, you know. Give me my 30 days notice and I'll leave. This is down to principle alone. Under the circumstances, I do not feel, and it hurts me that my friend would feel otherwise. Basically, she's taking, the side and just devaluing me. That my mom doesn't need me here, and that I'm taking advantage of my mom if I'm not paying rent, and etc., etc., etc. So fine. I'll leave, and then time will tell. See how well she does on her own. Heavyweight 100% thinks I should leave anyway. I actually don't believe my mom should be living here alone. I don't know how well she would do. Again, if no one's here to see, I don't really know. I know I would worry about her And I'm not just saying any of this so I can continue living here rent-free. And if my friend feels like I ripped into her, well, I feel like she ripped into me in those comments. Particularly the comment, well, you know, she'll acquiesce to I help my mom out, but you know, really, you're benefiting way more being there than your mom's benefiting having you there. I think this is a rotten thing to say, because it's only true under these circumstances, but you're saying it shouldn't be these circumstances, you think I should be paying rent. At least that's what I got from your comment. But that one sentence, you know, I felt like you were tearing into me, so. And you'd also you had mistaken the situation. I certainly was not saying, oh, I'll go back to the shelter before I pay rent here. No. Of course I'm not going to do that. So obviously you were completely mistaken on that. Maybe you think that people can just throw me out at a moment's notice. They can't. They can't. Only my mama could, and she wouldn't do that. Only she could throw me out. But she wouldn't. No, what I was saying is I'd rather leave than be devalued. And if I'm not seen as providing enough of a service to warrant simply staying here but not, not costing my mother anything, but also not paying, not having her make money off of me, then whatever. I'll leave. Again, everybody thinks I'd be better off leaving anyway. She wants me to leave. No, Miss T, I'm never going back in that shelter again. I mean, if I can help it. I was living with Bobby. I wasn't supposed to ever be going back in that shelter again, and then I found myself back in the shelter. Even talking to people on the phone for her when she gets flustered is a service I provide. You know? Told you I'm good at that. And the other day I got something straightened out that, that had her all flustered, and I got to the bottom of it, and, bottom line is, with me, I want to be seen as, I want to be valued. I don't want it to be seen that I'm taking advantage of my mother, that she's doing this for me and she'd be perfectly fine without me here, etc. So, I know she doesn't feel that way. We're not talking about how she feels. See? She doesn't feel that way. She appreciates me having here, and she knows. She likes having me here, and, maybe viewed as valuable to her, not as her caretaker, just as someone who, it's just like she got the doctor's note. The doctor's note was not saying she can't live. I'm down here as like her caretaker. That's how they see it. But I'm not her caretaker in the sense that, that she's like an invalid or anything. But that's how she got the doctor's note. They put me down as I'm her caretaker, and I help her out with things, and I do this and I do that, I even a lot of times make the grocery list for her. It's all these little things, people. And I'm not mad at my friend for saying that. I'm just hurt. I'm just like, because I do a lot for my mom. It's not like I'm expecting to be paid for doing it. Even in terms of paid in food or something. All I'm asking is to not have her make money off of me. That proves to me that I'm being valued. That's it. I'm not asking to make a penny off of her. Okay? And if you just say, well, if you're living there rent-free, you'd have to pay rent somewhere else. You actually are making money off her. No. This is her house that technically should go to me. If anything happens to her. Providing the house isn't sold or whatnot. You know what I mean? So that's all I'm asking. It proves to me that I'm being valued. Again, I'm listed with this place as her caretaker. That's how she got the doctor's note. That's how they put it down as. So I'm asking for the people in her life to see it that way, that I am a valuable asset to her to the extent enough to warrant her not making money off of me. We're not talking about me making money off of her by her paying me. We're not talking about her buying all the food and me living here for completely free. We're simply talking about me not paying. We're talking about not paying rent. You know what I mean? Or even, we're talking about her not making money off of me, period. Okay? So again, she'd be paying the same in heat, regardless if I was here or not. Okay? Heat is only in the winter months, and she's the one who loves having the air conditioning on, not me. So and she's not here, I don't even put the air conditioning on in summer. And then electricity, you know. If it's decided that I can stay here without paying rent, then, you know, I'll pay for my internet and the difference in the electricity. How would you figure that out? Because I did it before. It's not an exact science, but you know what I mean. But I wouldn't be paying towards anything that she would have to pay regardless of whether I was here or not. Regardless of whether or not I was here. So that's, you know, rent or cable or, you know, all that crap, or heat, or, you know, stuff like that. In the end, even if I found out that, you know, who was giving my mom a hard time, being snide, saying, you know, Laura shouldn't be living there if she's not paying rent, and I'll be like, fine, Mom, I'll leave. See how well you do on your own, I'll leave. And I'll invariably, inevitably get from her what I got recently. I don't want you to leave. I don't want you, you know, so whatever. I'm tired of this shit, you know. It's a tired period. I do way more for her on a daily basis than she does for me, and I'm not going to pay rent on top of that. Period. You know? Because it just devalues everything that I do for her. And again, this is not a situation where she's living in an apartment and paying $1,200 a month or something like that. You get it? This is a completely different situation. And that's it. She took Homer out. It's like 6:30. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go get Homer. I'm gonna go pee. Let's see how well she does on her own. It's possible she'll do perfectly fine. She'll be very lonely. She loves having me here far more than I love being here. Okay? I know Heavyweight thinks I'm just remaining stagnant by staying here. I do worry about my mom, and I like being able to keep an eye on her. In any case, I would like to, if I was going to move out, I would like to have a little bit more saved up in the bank than I currently have. At least a little bit more. It's another reason why my mom wouldn't want me paying rent. She'd want me to be able to save up that money slowly, you know. She's happy to have me here, but if I do want to eventually move out, she'd want me to be saving up that money. I stayed up all night this time, but I cleaned the room. My friend wrote me in a comment, she thought my old glasses were hideous. At least she never said that to me when they were all like, yeah, that doesn't bother me. The thing with this and the random whatnot is a sore subject with me. It all goes back to, you know, people of that mindset, you know, they just think, well, it's just wrong. That's not, you know, you shouldn't be living there and not paying anything, not paying rent, you know what I mean? And I'm not even just talking about me, I'm talking about anybody, but particularly someone in my situation. You know, what's so wrong about it? What's so wrong about it? Why, particularly under these circumstances, where I'm not like working at some cushy job or something, why should my mother, my senior citizen mother, make money off of me? I'm not saying that I should cost her anything. Why should she make money off of me? You know? And I would say that even about someone else that wasn't me. Why should your parents make money off of you if they don't need it? She doesn't need the money. Why should she make money off of me when she doesn't need the money and I'm on disability? You know? To me, that attitude is just so sick. And it's just a reflection on it's all about money, you know. God forbid I stay here with my mother and she not make money off of me, you know, like... I need to add in, God forbid I stay here with my schizophrenic mother who, you know, doesn't always, who needs help with some things sometimes, you know what I mean? It's like, God forbid I stay here with her and she not make money off me, because it's just wrong. You shouldn't be living there rent-free. You should be paying rent, you know. Who says? Because that's the society. It's always about money, you know. My mom can't help me out and actually let me stay here in the home she owns and not make money off of me. Unfucking believable. Unfucking believable. Seriously. Unfucking